Hey, what's up? This is Jared, and today we're going to talk about 5 work from home jobs that pay at least $100 or more. Some of these are things that you're going to be able to get started on right away and start earning immediately, and other ones you're going to have to maybe apply or look for the work. But nonetheless, once you start getting the work, it's very easy to earn that amount of money every single day that you're willing to put in the work. So before we jump right in, I want to share the sponsor of this episode, which is WP Engine. If you need a website, WordPress is definitely going to be the option to go. WordPress powers over 30% of the internet, and WP Engine is one of the leaders in hosting provider for WordPress websites. They specialize in WordPress, which means you set up an account, you instantly have a WordPress website that has the best-in-class hosting, the best-in-class support, lots of available themes so that you can easily customize your website and get it set up. They've got tons of training, they've got tons of features and stuff, of course, built on top of it that make it one of the best solutions in hosting. So make sure to check out the link in the show notes or the description below, or you can just go to jared.link/WPEngine and check out what they have to offer. So let's jump into it. 5 work from home jobs that pay at least $100 a day. So the first one is going to be transcribing videos on rev.com. Now for me, I tend to produce a lot of video content, and it can be very time consuming for me to do a video and then do a blog and use content in different ways. It's much easier for me to take my video and have it transcribed by somebody. And so I pay rev.com to transcribe the videos for me. So you can actually take that job on and transcribe the video. So essentially you're just watching a video and transcribing what's said into their system, and then that is provided to the purchaser. And then of course that purchaser can use that content for a blog or for closed captioning for their video. There's a lot of different things that they can use that content for. So for me, I use it for my blog a lot of times. Sometimes I go in the reverse order where I actually write a blog and then do a video using the content from that blog. But most of the time, especially in some of my longer form content, those like tutorial videos that I do over on State of Tech and Ditch Auto, those are longer form, like 20-30 minute long videos with a lot of steps, and it's so much easier for me to have it transcribed, and then I go in and add images and kind of make it look like a blog using the transcription from the video that I had already produced. So you can go onto rev.com. I've got links to all of these down in the description below or the show notes if you're listening to the podcast, and these links will take you exactly where you need to go to get started. Rev.com, you can sign up and be working in the next hour easily. You're just waiting for jobs to come in. You're taking that job. Their whole system in the back end makes it very easy for you to see what jobs are available. You can transcribe them. You have a certain amount of time you need to finish it in. And then, of course, that's it. And then they pay you right there on the spot. And the rate of pay is pretty decent. You can easily make $100 a day. I think you could probably make a little bit more than that and not even have to work a full work day, because they charge about $1 a minute is what they charge those of us that are having videos transcribed. And then, of course, you get a good chunk of that. So if you think about that, I don't know what the exact dollar amount is, and I know it varies depending on how frequently you work with them. I mean, there's tiers and all of that stuff. So the more you work with them, the better your rate of pay is going to be. And of course, the better you do, the better quality of your transcriptions. There's perks and all of that stuff. So you'll definitely want to go over to their website and check it out. Number 2 is a live chat rep. All websites these days are integrating live chat. It is a great way for a business to capture a viewer's attention and be able to answer those questions. A lot of times people just don't have the attention span to click around a website and look and try to find the correct information. It's easier just to go to a live chat rep and just start chatting right there. So there's a couple of different ways that you could find live chat representative jobs. Of course, there are companies out there that just hire people to work from home and handle all the live chat for different customers. And you may be a live chat rep for a variety of different small businesses, or you might end up being a live chat rep just for one larger business. But there's also the option of finding local businesses in your area. For example, if maybe there was a insurance agent company in your town, and they want to have live chat on their website, you could be their chat representative and work from home. Essentially, you would probably be being hired by them, but you would work from home. You can do that from the comfort of your own home using your laptop or iPad or whatnot. But I think probably the easiest route would be just to simply go online and find a live chat rep job. I've got a couple of links down below to companies that hire live chat reps that can work from home. Very easy. Number 3 is doing jobs on Fiverr.com. And on Fiverr.com, people post jobs that they need done for cheap. It used to be everything was $5. That's where they got the name Fiverr. For $5, somebody will transcribe a video for you. Somebody will write a blog for you. Somebody will write a review for your product online for you, will comment on your social media accounts or whatever. Like, there's lots of different things that people would do, but it's expanded not only to be like little $5 jobs. It's everything from $1 to jobs that are over $100, and you can use your expertise. So if you have an area of expertise, for example, maybe you studied some graphic design in college or something like that, you can post jobs that you're comfortable doing, and people can pay you to do those jobs. And so depending on your range of work, for example, maybe you have a good voice and you can do voiceover. You have a computer, you have a microphone, you can do voiceover. And so you offer your voiceover services. There are so many things that you could do on Fiverr.com to earn money. You can just go to Fiverr.com and start searching and see what other people are offering. And of course, you can offer the same or similar services or even add your own twist to it. The limits, there is no limit. There are no limits really on Fiverr.com. There's so many different things that you can go there and check out. Just check out all the categories that they have available and look and see what some of the featured users on Fiverr are doing, and build your profile and start doing some jobs and see what happens. The best people to reach out. So after you set up a Fiverr account and you're ready to go and you have a couple of jobs, the best thing that you can do is actually reach out to people that you already know and say, hey, I'm trying to build a little bit of a following on Fiverr. If anybody needs, if anybody needs a little bit of graphic design work, or if anybody needs some photography done or a voiceover, or whatever it is that you think that you can offer on the website, reach out to your network of people that you already have. You'd be surprised how many people might need that service. If you do voiceovers, you could do a cool voiceover for somebody for their birthday. I mean, there's so many things that you can do that are just interesting. I mean, I saw a guy who you pay him on Fiverr and he'll go and make a video like a happy birthday video, like shooting off guns. And I mean, it's just totally weird. There's so many interesting things that people do on Fiverr, and they make a small living at it, which is pretty awesome. So depending on what it is that you offer and and how much of a need there is for it, Fiverr might be the one that varies a little bit to where it's going to take a little bit of time for you to build up to that $100. But depending on the job, I mean, if you provide a service that is a little bit more, or if you can provide a service that is a little bit more pricier, you're going to get to that $100 mark much easier than somebody who might be, providing a smaller service for around $5. Of course, the smaller price services, you're going to have to do more of those jobs to reach that $100 mark. Whereas if you could position yourself on the higher end, producing a higher end service on Fiverr.com, it's going to be a lot less work for you to find more customers, because one customer might actually reach that $100 a day mark for you. Number 4 is being a virtual assistant. A lot of times there are business owners, entrepreneurs that need an assistant to handle some tasks for them, but they can't really afford to hire a full-time assistant, nor do they really want to. They don't have enough stuff to keep a full-time assistant busy. I know for myself, I wouldn't have enough things for an assistant to do full-time. We don't have phones ringing all the time. I don't have tons of emails and stuff coming in with questions to where maybe the assistant can handle them. I don't have people scheduling with me all the time. It's like a little bit here and there. And so a virtual assistant can handle that because I could pay a virtual assistant just for the time that I need them. And then, of course, they can be a virtual assistant for other people as well. So there's a couple different ways that this works. There are websites that hire virtual assistants and get the jobs for them. So that's definitely a way you can go, and I've linked to one of those down below for you. You can sign up, put in all the things that you're good at. Maybe, you're a good writer, Excel, you know how to do a PowerPoint. There's like different things that you know how to do. You fill all those out so that they know what kind of jobs to send your way. And then you're kind of being a micro virtual assistant for a lot of different people on a per need basis. Moving down a little bit more, you may be a actual virtual assistant for a specific person where you're handling some of their scheduling, you're doing maybe a little bit of research for them. I know that I have used virtual assistants to research for a blog for me. I knew what I wanted to write the blog topic on, but I wanted some compelling research to include in the blog. So I had a virtual assistant do that legwork for me, and they got it done in a day's time, got it over to me, and I finished off my blog with much more information than I would have been able to get if I had to use my own time. So a virtual assistant can really end up earning a pretty decent wage because, one person might not be able to hire you full time as an assistant, but if you could virtual assist for maybe 5 to 8 people, that could easily become a $100 a day job right there. As you start to build that up and you get a couple of people that you're working for, of course, you can keep building on that until you don't have any time left available. But I think it wouldn't be too hard to get to that $100 mark. Number 5 is a social media manager. Now, a social media manager can mean a lot of different things. It's very easy for people to think, well, I have an Instagram or a Facebook account, so I know how to use social media. But to use social media on behalf of a business or a entrepreneur or something like that, you need to be able to produce content that speaks to their audience. And they may actually even produce that content for you. They're just looking for you to communicate and maintain those comments and responding and stuff like that on their different social media platforms. That can become a very busy job for a person if they have a decent sized following. I know that for me on YouTube, it's challenging for me to keep up with all of the comments that come in on State of Tech and Ditch Auto because some videos will end up having hundreds of comments coming in, and that becomes a little bit of a challenge to kind of keep up on all of those and maintain all of those conversations, which of course I want to do, but it definitely gets a little hard. So you as a social media manager can step in and keep those conversations going. Of course, that may almost look like a virtual assistant position because you may have to go to the person that you're working for and ask questions to be able to properly respond to some of the questions that are being asked or some of the comments that are being left on social media. But nonetheless, you become that person that gathers the information needed and produces the response on social media, or even helps with producing the content that goes on their social media. So some of these jobs you probably already have the skills for. For example, if you know how to type, you can do transcription on Rev, and you can also be a live chat representative. Those are pretty simple there. Where on Fiverr, you may have to have a little bit of a certain skill so that you can provide a service. Being a virtual assistant means that you have to utilize some sort of skills. Of course, maybe as a virtual assistant, you're only writing, or maybe just utilizing simple software that most of us grew up using on our computers. But then there are more advanced aspects of being a virtual assistant where you may have to use or understand how to use specific tools. But going online and figuring out how to use those are pretty simple. There's so much information available online right now. I've linked down below to a couple of the courses that I've done. A virtual assistant or a social media manager may include setting up a Facebook profile or setting up a Facebook page for a business. I have a course on how to do that, and it's a free course. You can watch it, and then you'll instantly know how to set this up and even manage a Facebook page for a business. And I'm working on more content for you so that you can understand some of these other platforms better, like YouTube, like Instagram and LinkedIn and all that stuff. So you want to make sure to check out the links down below and put in your email address, or at least sign up for one so that you can be notified when I produce new ones, because I want to make sure that I am giving as much information as I can to help people on this process. So that's going to do it. I hope that maybe one of these will change your life. I know for me that an extra $100 a day would be life-changing, and I think that that's the case for pretty much everybody. So if you agree with me, just say yes or no down in the comment section below. Of course, if you have any questions or want a little bit further explanation, or maybe are confused about anything I said, please ask down in the comment section below. I will do my best to respond, and of course provide as much information as I can based on the knowledge that I have. So thanks so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. I hope that you subscribe to the channel here so that you get notified when I put out new videos, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.